We're in the future right now.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Spoopy.
The spooky future.
Oh, man.
This is episode number 17
Yep.
of the seasonal anime checkup OVA. Inside Baseball, we're recording this one before we do 16, so that's why it's a little bit weird. I'm Jared, joined by the toughest co-host in the history of podcasts because she's sick and still managing to do this episode.
Whoop, whoop.
Anne Ladyem.
Hello. I'll try not to throw up all over everybody.
That's the ticking time bomb we are dealing with on this episode.
Ow.
And I'm making her laugh, which is very counterproductive to her illness, so direct all inquiries to me being a jerk at Anime Checkup on Twitter. You see
Follow
that casual
us.
plug right there?
Follow
Man.
us. Do it.
Media training that I don't have.
I say, where did we get media training?
I've done podcasts for 3-4 years now. I'll blame that.
All right. Follow us.
I was thinking today, or the other day, that the mainline seasonal anime checkup podcast is now entering its 4th year, which
Jeez.
does not seem right, but also it's like I do 4 episodes of that a year, so
Ah.
that kind of makes it a little bit better, but still, geez. Been talking about anime on the internet for too long.
Well, we've been doing this for a little bit now.
Yeah, we started back in September?
It was when Danganronpa 3 came out, so it's been a hot second.
But we weren't doing weekly back then. It was we did one episode and then we'd wait a month and do another one, and then we did that for 3 months, and in January is when we kind of rebooted it and went weekly with it, which has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been great. We had to get our groove going, you know.
Yeah. And I think we've totally got that now.
I think so.
Yeah. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Nintendo mobile strategy, or just all 3 of their apps that they've put out so far.
Yep.
Which was a good suggestion by you.
Yay, me! I make good suggestions sometimes.
For a topic to do a show on, because it's been a strange thing. Nintendo's mobile strategy.
It has. It's been really weird. And I think I've actually stuck with the apps longer than you have, except for Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I was a little bit after you in being nah, I'm done with this. But you stuck with Miitomo for a long time.
A very long time. And I'm still playing Pokemon Go sometimes.
Which that doesn't necessarily count.
It doesn't, because I don't actually play Pokemon Go. I just collect Pokemon.
And also, it's not from Nintendo.
Well, yeah, but...
Which, if you remember over the summer when Pokemon Go blew up and Nintendo's stock rose from it, and then everyone was like, oh, Nintendo's not making this, and then the stock went, phew. Yeah. That's why we're not going to talk about that in this, even though, the Nintendo Wikia, which is a thing, has, a subsection for Pokemon, but I'm just no.
Yeah.
No.
And then the second game that we're going to talk about, I played once and realized that I hated it and never went back to it, deleted it immediately. And I was like, wow, this is really disappointing. But yeah, I did play Miitomo for a long, long time, several months.
Yeah, I know you stuck with it for just a good long while, even after I'd fallen off of it, and a lot of other people had fallen off of it at that time.
There was only 2 people I knew of that regularly signed in on there, and it was kind of a bummer because I enjoyed it while I was playing it for the most part. But apps don't work if social apps don't work if other people aren't playing them.
Yeah, that's just a big thing about this is Miitomo essentially is a social network.
Yeah.
But I mean, when it came out in 2016, but saying that today, if you try and start up a new social network for whatever purpose, unless you're Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Tumblr, one of those big 5 essentially, you're not going to get off the ground. You're not going to get a sustainable user base at this point in time, because everyone's got their niche social media needs, and they're just going to stick with that, and they don't need anything else.
Right. Well, and Miitomo didn't really do anything that was extremely fun and different. I mean, it had games involved with it, but it wasn't a traditional social network in the sense that like you could actually like talk to people very well.
No, it was just like answer some questions. That's it.
I did learn a lot about some of my friends though, so that was kind of cool and also terrifying in certain ways. I learned more about people than I probably ever hoped to know.
That's always a scary thing.
Thanks, Miitomo. And they probably know way more about me than they ever hoped to know as well. So, sorry guys. My B.
So let's give a little backstory for like the whole thing. So Nintendo announced in 2015 that they were like, "Hey, we're gonna get into mobile games," and everyone was just like, "Whoa," because they thought like, "Oh, this is Nintendo getting out of the console market," but they're like, "Nah, dog, we're still in there." So they partnered up with DNA, who was the company that's pretty much helped them create the 3 big mobile games they've put out, which is Miitomo Super Mario Run and Fire Emblem, whatever. Fates?
Heroes.
No, Heroes. Fates
Hero.
is the 3DS one.
Correct.
So yeah, I guess like one kind of funny thing of this is that like from this announcement they were talking about how the first game they were going to put out was going to come out later in 2015, which whoops, that didn't happen.
Nope.
Because Miitomo didn't launch until I think early 2016,
Mm-hmm.
and even then it was like a staggered launch because it came out in like Australia, New Zealand first, and then like Japan, and then eventually came over to America. So like if you had workarounds, like I have a Japanese iOS account, you could get the app then, but even then it was just like it was kind of like just stuck on Japan, so it wouldn't have worked. And like obviously I didn't really know anyone else that had it that could get it early too, so it was just like I'm just gonna wait for the US release of this. I think my biggest issue with Miitomo was like not just the fact that it was like a social network that wasn't gonna really work that well. It was almost like a bad version of Tomodachi Life, the 3DS game that came out in like 2014.
Right.
Where like that game essentially is like, oh, you throw a bunch of Miis into like this island and they just go around and you kind of like watch them do stuff and interact with each other. And that was kind of the point of Miitomo, is like you have your Mii, it's going to interact with like your friends and it's going to ask them questions and everything. But that's basically it. I mean, it had those like little mini games. You could get like various Nintendo themed costumes and all that sort of jazz, which was, you know, similar to Tomodachi Life. But there just wasn't anything to do with it unless you really wanted to answer questions all day. And even then it was just like,
Yeah, and then like a lot of the questions got super duper personal and deep, and I'm just like, whoa, buddy, like you guys are taking this real serious.
That was a real strange thing. It was like, let's get super personal with you. I'm like, no.
Like they were asking at one point, like, what is the most recent thing that you regret? And I'm like, dang, Nintendo. You really
downloading Miitomo.
It's like, I don't know if I want to answer that question. Right, you can skip, but
then it'll eventually just come back.
It'll come back, and then it'll haunt you, and you're like, oh God, all of my regrets, all of them are going to come up. What am I going
to do? The one thing I remember, because like I did it at the beginning, and then kind of dropped off it because I didn't really have many people on there that I had friends of on there. Yeah, because that's another thing, was that like the friend adding
friends was difficult.
Stupid as hell.
It was really difficult.
So eventually, like, they kind of fixed that, like, a month or two after the fact. So, like, I remember, like, there was a period when it was, like, you and I answering questions, but it was just, like, us talking about playing Shadow Hearts.
It was good. It was really good. It was just a bunch of back and forth about Shadow Hearts.
That's my Miitomo memory.
I've had some really interesting ones, but I remember that my friend ended up, like, creating her like Twitter account just so that people could add her on Miitomo. I'm like, wow, that's really counterintuitive. Like create your own social network on this other social network so that you can become friends with people on our social network. Like, Nintendo, I don't think you thought this through, buddy.
I mean, that's kind of Nintendo sometimes when it comes to anything that deals with online or anything like that. It's just like
fair. That's very fair.
It's like, we get what you're trying to do, but no, that's not how the internet works, buddy.
Right. And I mean, it did end up like you could add people through Facebook, and again, like using other social networks to add people was strange. But and I had people that were even like embarrassed to add me because like I don't want you to see my answers. I'm like, I mean, are you admitting you're a serial killer on Miitomo? Like what are you putting on there that you don't want me to see? Like I thought we were bros.
No, I'm
Um
sorry. We can't talk about my deepest regrets on Miitomo. Can't see those.
I mean, it's bizarre. And I mean, some of the questions were really strange. Like I remember there was one that was like, did you ever trust somebody that you shouldn't? I'm like, what?
Mario.
I mean, like, uh, how am I supposed to answer this? I think literally everybody on Earth, including infants, have trusted someone that they shouldn't.
The guy who put his gamer tag on a pizza box.
Oh man, you can bring that up. I knew you were going to bring that up.
I had to find a way to segue that in.
Thanks, Melanie. Um, yeah. So, by the way, that doesn't work. Don't put your gamer tag on pizza boxes. Girls will not add you and thus date you and fall in love and whatever your romantic notions are. Um,
God.
uh, segue, but important. Just just putting that out there. Also not related to any question on Miitomo. Actually, maybe that's my biggest regret is that I ever ordered that pizza that day.
It's the worst pizza you've ever had.
um, I mean, I don't know that I've ever really had bad pizza.
Mm.
Okay, no, that's a lie. I've
You
had
can have
bad
bad
pizza
pizza.
at like high school lunches. It's pretty terrible.
There's a great. This is a complete different segue from Nintendo, but I sent you the picture of like there's a chart in Night of the Woods where it's like the pizza scale where it's like very good pizza is like no you don't want to have it, it's too good, and like everything else, and then it's like everything else is good, just good pizza, and at the very bottom it's like bad pizza, very bad, don't eat.
Yeah, it's legit. It's legit. I think my brother ruined me because he gave me pizza in New York City, and I'm like, oh, that's all I ever want now.
Or cold pizza. Cold pizza's not good.
No, cold pizza is not good. Don't
But maybe
love
I just have
yourself,
like
guys.
maybe I just have a bad memory of that because like I ate cold pizza one night, like one of the rare times I was drinking it, then immediately barfed like an hour
Oh,
or two later. So
you were pulled a me that I've been doing since
yeah,
like 10 o'clock last night.
yeah.
Yay! It's pleasant. Let me tell
Welcome to the
you.
Barf Podcast.
Whoop whoop. Speaking of things that make you barf, the the drop game in Miitomo.
Oh right, yeah,
Do
that
you,
was
do you want to talk about that?
it was bad.
It was bad. Because I you not, and I'm sorry you're gonna have to edit that. I you
Wow.
not that I did better when I would just like put the phone down and press the drop button and like not look at it than when I like tried to be strategic about where I was gonna drop it to get the items. So it got to the point where I would literally just put my phone away from me, press the drop button multiple times until I got everything I wanted. Because if I looked at it, then I'd ruin everything and I would always get candy. And also, that was a bad thing. Candy did nothing and it was really irritating. And then they eventually implemented the system where you could use your candy to get tickets in another drop game. But again, it's another drop game.
It's the one gameplay mechanic in that entire app, and it's just like the worst.
It was so terrible and it didn't work very well at all. And it was strange because you would get randomized like your friends, and like if somebody was taller, skinnier, if somebody had like a giant head or whatever, like I mean they all had giant heads, but if somebody had super big head for whatever reason because they were tiny on their body, like it would throw off the whole like system of the dropping, and it's irritating. It was so irritating. I hated the drop game, and yet I kept playing it because I wanted the costumes because I'm a costume.
Gonna have to bleep that too.
Oh, do you have to bleep? I didn't realize that. I'm sorry.
It's family friendly podcast. I mean, we might have to put the explicit tag on here for the amount of times we talk about barfing.
Barfing is not explicit.
Not safe for work. Barf o'clock. Yeah, that's Miitomo's not great. Which is kind of, I mean, for their first foray into mobile applications, like you kind of were hoping that it was going to be something like Mario or like some Nintendo franchise, not this weird social media hook.
The Mii's.
Oh God.
Well, and it sucks because like I have points still from Miitomo, so I guess that even tells you how recently I've been playing it, that I still have points from it.
Why?
Which expire, by the way, which is lame. But I think that's where I was going with this. Is they expire, and that's super, super lame. But you had to do a lot of very specific tasks in the game, and they ended up changing them in order to get you to do like post your outfit onto this thing. I was like, I don't want people that I don't know to see me. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
Don't look at my me.
Right. If I want to dress my me as Princess Peach with Chun-Li buns, then I'm going to do it. And I don't want anybody else to see it unless I told them they can see it.
That's right.
Ooch. So it was kind of irritating. Like, for a while, it was just like, answer 3 questions a day and you get points, or, you know, listen to your friends 10 times a day and you get points. And then they changed the rules, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. You know, it's fine listening to my friends with their super deep and weird questions, until they decided that I had to do like global nonsense of sharing my outfit to get points. And I was like, no. And then they added in a drop game of like, you can change the like look of your room, and you can send direct messages to your friends and get points doing that. I'm like,
why?
I don't want to do any of this.
Man, I'm glad I got out of Miitomo when I got out, because those changes do not sound good at all.
No, I mean, I had a Zelda-themed room with a picture of my cats on it, which was kind of cool. And I also had like a me of Link that I would send out as my messenger. But it doesn't excuse the rest of it. That it was nonsense.
No.
I mean, I could just put a picture of my cats on my wall, and my apartment's already Zelda themed, so.
I mean, if you found room to put a picture of your cats on your wall.
Oh, dang it. I have 2 new posters I have no idea what to do with. I'm like, I have no space for this.
And finding frames that actually fit said posters.
Yeah, well, that's a disaster in and of itself. But somebody hooked me up with an extra wall because I kind of need the space.
You got a ceiling. There you go.
All right. I do have a ceiling.
God, this is a completely side note tangent, but like, I remember when I was a kid, like my sister put something up on the ceiling, and my parents like freaked out, like, you can't do that.
I do what I want.
My ceiling is riddled with dart holes, so.
I had the glow-in-the-dark stars on mine. Because I was a space nerd. I mean, nothing's really changed there, but.
You were one with the universe.
I am still one with the universe, friendo.
Well.
So it didn't work. It
didn't work. The next game we're going to talk about was announced at like Apple's keynote thing they do around the time of E3. Super Mario Run, which just recently came out on Android, which, I mean, don't bother.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
I mean, the idea of playing a Mario game on a mobile device sounds real cool.
Right. I was super excited for it when I first found out that it was coming out. I was like, oh my God, I get to play Mario on my phone. This is amazing.
And then you find out it's a runner, and you're like, uh-oh.
Okay, so let me explain something to you. When you're somebody who legitimately has like anxiety disorders, and you're given a runner game where you can't control your character and you can't do the things that you want to do, like all it does is amplify your anxiety because you have a lack of a sense of control. And so like Mario's running, and I'm sitting there trying to jump and get all the freaking colored coins, and I can't get it, and I get frustrated, and I start crying because I can't make Mario do what I want to do, and I can't go backwards, and I'm like, no, this is stressful, and Mario's not supposed to stress you out.
It just seems like completely like the opposite of what Mario's supposed to be. Like, you can't run backwards. Like,
right.
What?
Like Mario, part of the fun of Mario is like running around and kind of exploring the levels and like collecting all the stuff. It's not like a runner where you have to keep playing the same level over and over and over and over and over just so you can collect the stuff that you can clearly see that you just can't get to.
They essentially made a game of like just all auto-scroller levels, which are pretty much second to underwater levels as the worst levels in Mario games.
Oh man. Yeah, it's just it's so frustrating. And you know, they had the like city building part with Toad, which I never quite understood what was happening.
Yeah.
I literally never understood what was happening. Partially because I played it really quickly, but
I think it was a way to unlock different characters.
Oh.
Because you could get like their houses or buildings, or whatever, and that would unlock them. But other than that, like, yeah. Because like, I bounced off of it real quick because I assume you did as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which, A, because the game wasn't good.
Right.
And then B, was the fact that, okay, you download it, you get that first world, and I know you may not get the boss level, I don't remember or not, but it's like, oh yeah, if you want to play the rest of the game, you got to pay us you got to give us $10.
Yep.
Which, nah.
I mean, I've mentioned it several times on here before. I love Apollo Justice. I love the character. I love the game. I love everything Apollo related. Like he's a beautiful human being, and he's not even real. I didn't pay money for that because it was so expensive, and I'm the same way with Mario. It's like I'm not paying you guys $10 to do this game that stresses me out. Like, nah, you can flush your Mario down the toilet.
Like, you can find better runners on the App Store that are either free or like just a couple dollars. It's like, I'm not going to pay $10 for a game that's not good and it's just kind of a cash grab for you guys.
Right. It's just throwing the Mario image on the game to sell it, essentially. Like it doesn't have any of the real charm of Mario games.
No.
It doesn't have the same kind of gameplay. It's just got characters.
Which is it's a shame. Like Mario shouldn't be going around being treated like Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, I agree with that. And like the only good thing, in my opinion, that came out of this is the stickers.
Oh right, yeah. But even then, it's just like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, I own several packs of stickers and rarely use them. Although, my reaction gift folder is probably my most used of anything.
True. Very true. I think as well, just for me, like this. I mean, the game does have like that new Super Mario Brothers aesthetic, which,
does.
Granted, like I think that game looks real good, like graphically, but also I hate the new Super Mario Brothers art style. Like I think it sucks. It's garbage. So like that's just another reason for me to be like, nope.
I don't mind it as much. I know that at some point, like, can't you unlock playing as Peach? Or am I wrong on that?
You can.
You probably have to pay for it.
I think you unlock her by beating the game.
Okay. So
yeah, you have to pay for her.
As somebody who really liked Mario 2 because I could play as Princess Peach, and also as a huge fan of Super Princess Peach, which if you have not played it, guys, A+ game on the DS, you should definitely try it.
Haven't played it.
Oh man, it's so good. It's literally one of the best Mario games to come out, like in the past like decade-ish. I think it's probably a little bit longer than that, but God, it was so good. It's such a good game, and I love playing as Princess Peach because people don't give her enough credit, much like another princess in the Nintendo world.
She's got that floaty jump.
She does have that floaty jump, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, Super Princess Peach," it's got this weird sexism thing of her emotions and everything.
What?
Yeah, you play the game by like using her emotions, so like her happy emotion like revive like heals her, and her angry emotion like makes her set things on fire, and her crying emotion makes her run really fast and like set like water everywhere. And so anyway, you play via her emotions, which people are like, "Oh, that's really sexist that you have this game starring her and you make her emotions the gameplay mechanic." But it's a fantastic game, A plus. So I get kind of grumpy if I can't play as Princess Peach. Just as an aside, so having her as someone that I have to pay for is a little.
Which I guess like the one good thing about having like those characters, like they all have like that Mario 2 style to them. So it's like you get Luigi, he's gonna jump higher.
Jump higher.
Princess Peach has the floaty jump. So I mean that's the one cool thing. But then it's like,
Well, at least there's one cool thing about this game.
yeah, it's like if I want that, I could go play literally any other Mario game that features those characters that I can play as.
Right.
So, nope.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Like I said, I got through a few levels and deleted it, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm completely done. Thank you. It's been real.
And then 2017 happened,
It,
unfortunately.
yeah, it's happened.
And the third game of Nintendo's mobile strategy, hashtag Nintendo mobile strategy, was Fire Emblem Heroes, which they announced on their Fire Emblem Direct in like January or something like that. I just remember sitting on the floor of my room eating Spanish rice and watching that thing and being like, oh yeah, Fire Emblem games, that's cool.
When I remember that I had something that I was doing, and so you were texting me about it so that I would know. I don't even remember what I was doing. I'm sure it wasn't important. But I was like, oh, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. Because I actually do really like Fire Emblem games.
You do. Like, you have way more experience with those games than I do. Like, I've kind of tried to play them, but I'm just, like, I'm not great at strategy RPGs. So, like, that kind of puts me off. But, like, also, I think that relationship stuff in those games are cool. But I never really get a chance to get to the meat and potatoes of that.
I've married so many dudes, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I know that I've texted you and also Christy, like, about my different husbands that I have, because she's like, oh, I like this guy. I'm like, I'm married to him. And then, like, I'm married to a different guy that you text me about. I'm like, I have too many Fire Emblem husbands.
I remember you just texting me your Fire Emblem Fates playthroughs. Just going through those journeys, which were a fun treat.
It was real good. I had so much fun with Fates until I got to the very third one, and then I was burned out. Because I played them all back to back, and that was a mistake on my part. I married so many dudes. It's good. Awakening was good too, but I don't think we were bros when Awakening was out.
No.
So, and I played some of the older Fire Emblems, but I don't like them as much. You guys can call me #casual now if you want, because I don't like permadeath.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. It's not a good mechanic. I'm not the best at strategy games anyway. I like RPGs. I like stories. Fire Emblem has good stories, but permadeath is terrible, and it's a bad mechanic, and I don't like it when games are just hard for the sake of being hard.
I can understand why games have that, like Fire Emblem, like XCOM, where like it does give a little bit more of like an impact when you're like with these characters, and it's like there's this tense feeling of like, oh god, one of these people could die at any moment. But yeah, like for me, for you, for like, we're not strategy RPG experts by any means, me especially. So like that just does nothing for me. It's just like, oh well, I gotta level up another person now because I'm bad at this game.
Right, and I don't like being overly stressed when I'm playing video games.
Right.
I just don't like that. So, getting rid of permadeath and adding in like the social element of it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I like this. And I also like Crom was great. Although Crom is not one of my husbands, believe it or not.
How dare you?
I know, I'm so rude. But then Heroes came out, and I was excited because, like I said, I like Fire Emblem games.
Which it
Eh,
basically kind of is like an easy version of, or kind of like a beginner's Fire
yeah,
Emblem game.
it's Fire
With
Emblem Light.
Yeah, so it's like you have 4 people per team. You'll go up against like 3 to 5, 6 people because sometimes the game gets hard.
Yeah.
Like for me initially, like I was like, this is actually kind of fun. Like it's making me kind of enjoy the idea of a strategy RPG, which I don't really have like my mind wrapped around that per se, just because I haven't really been able to kind of like click with one
Hmm.
in a good way. So like this was kind of helping, but it never really stuck the landing. I don't think. Like it
Mm-mm.
gives a good impression, but then like everything else kind of falls apart when it's like, oh yeah, it's a gachapon style mobile game where you get all of your heroes via random draw, and most of the time you're just gonna get hot garbage.
Pretty much. So it's really frustrating that it takes you a while to gather up the orbs. It was helpful when they were giving you orbs like daily.
Mm-hmm. And you had
It
like enough story missions to like, where you could like gather enough.
right. So that was nice, and I was getting some characters I was okay with. Although I've gotten like at least 7 of the same guy, and I'm like, will you stop giving me this dude? Like, I clearly don't want him. I don't use him. Please stop giving him to me. I don't need this guy. And they're always 3 stars. Like, if you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep giving it to me, like at least give me a 4 or a 5. Like, so it's very random, and sometimes you end up with good ones, and sometimes you don't. And I mean, what's frustrating to me about it is that it is either expensive or difficult to like get a character leveled up.
It's way too hard to level up characters because like basically you get a new character, like you get a 5 star and you want to put that in your team, but well, they're level 1 and everyone else is going to be way higher level, so it's either like, oh, just throw them in your team and hope they get some experience here and there, or like, I don't know, I'll just make a new team, I guess, of just randos
But
and
then you
use it
can't
that
go
way.
through the story levels that you're like at that current time. Like
Right.
when I quit playing, my characters were generally like level 26, level 27, something like that, so they could go through like the hard missions and collect orbs. And then I started getting like really good 5-star characters, and I was like, oh, I want to use this character, but they're level 1 and everybody
Mm-hmm.
else is level 26. And I don't have enough of these little Jimmy things to make them a good level. So then you have to go and train them through the training tower, and it's tedious and annoying, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's frustrating. It's so frustrating because like what's the point of having this like randomized system where you can get good characters if you can't even use them? So I
Right.
end up having just like a stack of 5-star characters. I'm like, oh, I'd really like to use you guys, but I can't. So enjoy hanging out in the little barracks.
It's especially, I think, just bad as well because like, that story is not good
No.
and like ends on a cliffhanger where it's like, I literally don't care at this point. It's like it was
I
the most like predictable story, and just like everything around it was like,
Which is a shame because like Awakening and Fates had really good stories, and so I was kind of expecting more of Heroes, and then like no, it's hot garbage. And then they're like, we're gonna add in these paralogs so that you can get more information on the story. I'm like, I don't want more information on the story because I don't friggin' care.
especially when the
And
first one was just like, here's all these brothers who want to bone their sisters,
yeah, that was
and it was real
creepy.
creepy. Like, yeah, like what are you doing, Nintendo? Stop.
Well, and it also had nothing to do with the actual story. It's like literally
Right.
just an excuse for them to add more Fire Emblem characters, which is
Mm-hmm.
fine. I understand that. But like if you're leaving the main story on a cliffhanger and you're going to bring in paralogs, and like your first one is this creepy like sin like incestuous nonsense, I'll
Not a good first
pass.
impression.
No, it's really not. Probably what would have been better is one of the later ones that they had that was like her explain the her like the main villain explaining how she feels like some things like in her head.
Right, yeah,
Like,
totally.
like that would have made more sense. But no, we get weirdos.
So also, like, there's no relationship stuff in this game either,
No.
which is a real bummer, considering that's like the way Fire Emblem's kind of gone the last couple of years. I don't know if like the remake of the NES game is gonna have that stuff in it, but like for the most part,
Yeah.
like that's the direction Fire Emblem's gone. And it's just like it's a bad gachapon style game. Like
Yeah.
having a fixed stamina limit as well is
Oh,
like the antithesis of what those games are. Because
right.
for the most part, let me tell you about a good gachapon style game. It's called Love Live School Idol Project, or School Idol Festival, excuse me. And with that game, like you gain characters through random draw, but like if you save up enough of hearts, you basically can draw 11 at a time, and like in that draw, you're guaranteed to have like the second best like rarity rating. One of the cards will be like that. And then like, you feed idol girls to make them stronger. But
Excuse me?
you feed idol girls to make them stronger. It makes sense. It's basically how like you it's just how you level up them. It's like, oh, here's all my like
Oh no,
uncommon
I mean,
ones,
I understand
but
the
it's a great phrase.
concept,
It's
but
a
I'm
great
also
phrase.
like, idol cannibalism is kind of like a real interesting, like, it's good commentary on the idol scene. We'll put it that way.
Exactly. But like the main mechanic of that game is you have a standard level.
Okay.
Like beside like all your card levels. So it's like your user level. So like that'll go up each time. Like you'll play songs, you'll get experience, and all that sort of stuff. And then each time you level up, you gain new stamina. So you're pretty much like every time you progress, you're gaining more stamina to play longer, to do more things within the game itself, and it unlocks more story, more songs, all that sorts of stuff. But with this, like you don't have like an overall user level, so you're stuck with that fixed stamina meter, which especially once you get high enough level with like the characters you have and like the squad you have, and you're playing on like the hardest difficulty, like some of those missions are like 15 to 20 stamina just for one mission.
One mission.
So it's like you do two and then like, oh, you're done. That's it.
Yeah.
Which I guess like they were supposed to like upgrade it to 99. That's not
But
fixing
it's
the
still
problem.
it's not fixing the problem.
No, like
It's a
you should-
band-aid.
Yeah, it's essentially it's a band-aid. Like eventually they're gonna have enough material in that game to where there's gonna be enough like hard missions to where like you'll be able to do enough, like 3 or 4 now, and then you'll run out of stamina. So you need to have that progression of stamina to keep players wanting to play longer, but also incentivizing them to keep playing the game so they'll be able to play longer once like their stamina keeps going up and up and up. It's not like just like, oh, it's this fixed thing, so I can't really do much with this.
And I wonder, since I refuse to pay money on mobile games because that's who I am, I'm poor. Can you buy the stamina potions like from the store? Is that a thing that you can do?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming
so.
that's part
Wait,
of their system.
I
Is
don't have it installed anymore, but I guess I can.
you could install it real quick, but I think that's probably part of their incentive. Like, I know that they stopped giving as many orbs because like orbs is money.
I think it's you can only buy orbs, but you might be able to trade in orbs for various items within the game.
Ah,
So like, I mean, that's 3 orbs are $1.99. Best value is 140, which is 110 plus 30 bonus for $74.99. Best value.
oh, buddy. It's like I saw that article when it launched about like the guy who dropped $1,000 on Fire Emblem, and I'm like, oh wow.
That's a waste of money.
It is a huge waste of money, and like if you have $1,000 to throw on Fire Emblem, like please give me that money. Because I am poor and would like that.
Like, I'm not gonna spend money on a mobile game unless like I feel like I've gotten enough time and like entertainment out of it that I'm like, okay, I feel good and comfortable about giving these people money. Like
Yeah.
they deserve it. So like, I mean, I spent money on Love Live, but I've played that game for hundreds of hours. So I feel like okay with that. But if it was Fire Emblem, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, no, I'm not giving them money. Actually, I'm trying to think if I've given any of them money. No. Because I'm trying to think of like what mobile games I've played, and it's like Pokemon I didn't do, Fire Emblem I didn't do, Miitomo I don't think they even had money. Mario refuse. I didn't give any money to Mystic Messenger, which I probably should have because like I played so much of it, but I didn't give any money to them.
I feel like though half of that you were reluctantly playing that.
Okay, yes, I was reluctantly playing, but I also put it on my Game of the Year list, so...
Which, oh man. Okay, I mean, to be fair, like, I've put Love Live on one of my Game of the Year lists, so...
Right. If you end up really caring about what happens with one of the characters, I feel like that's a solid game at that point, that, like, even though there's some frustration, like, I actually gave a crap about what happened to the dudes. Which, by the way, they just came out with April Fool's DLC for that, and it's
all that.
Very tempting. What was it? Oh, I don't give money to games. I would not give money to Fire Emblem for stamina or orbs or anything, especially because with the experience I've had of like using the orbs to do the rolls, like if I spent money and got a crap roll like I usually get, I'd be so...
Yeah.
Because like that money could literally go to food, and that's more important to me.
Or literally anything else.
That's true. It's very true. So it's, I don't know. One thing that I will give it a lot of credit for is that they did redraw the characters for this.
And they got a lot of voice actors to say like 3 lines for it, but still.
They did, but the art is really, really great, and I like a lot of the reinterpretations of the characters. Although, as much as I love Odin Dark, I really love Odin Dark. Like, his junk is right up on the screen, and I'm like, buddy, you might want to rein it in a little bit there. Come on. Although, I still appreciate him for being a man with a boob window, and that doesn't always happen.
Not every guy can pull off a boob window.
He pulls it off. He pulls it off very, very well. But I'm so glad that there is a man with a boob window in Fire Emblem. And that's not a statement I ever thought I would say in my entire life. So there you go.
Is there like anything at all that would like make you want to reinstall it?
Honestly, like entire, like, let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's why I'm asking you the question.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if they added some of the social bits in there, I probably would. Or if they made it easier to level up your characters.
I think for me, the only way I would reinstall is if they add Tokyo Mirage Session characters.
Oh.
Whether that be like the game versions of the Fire Emblem characters, or just you get a random Tsubasa.
I would say if Tsubasa was in there, Tsubasa would be in every single party. Let's wreck stuff. Let's go.
Her character art could only work if it was just her saluting
and talking to cats.
Yes. That's literally the only way I would reinstall it, which I know they're not going to do because
they're not.
That game's not canon or whatever they want to claim.
But it's great, and it's one of the best games I've played in a long, long time.
It's the best Fire Emblem game. Let's be real.
I agree with you. It is. I love it, and I had way more fun with that game than most anything. Again, it was my game of the year last year, so it's a beautiful piece of art, and I would definitely reinstall just to try and get those characters, and especially like if there was a paralog with them, it'd be great.
Man.
Because the characters that are in the game as the Fire Emblem characters, like, they're in Fire Emblem Heroes. They're just their original forms. They're not their Carnage forms.
So, like, I'll see some of them like, oh, hey, I know that.
Yeah. Like, I got Kaeda the other day, and I was like, ah!
Nice.
exactly like that. Um, but
Like I'm rocking Tiki as like my main.
uh yeah, whenever I would get greeted, it was always by Tiki from you. Which that's another thing I never understood is like how do you choose who greets people?
I think you just put them in like the number one spot.
Oh, is that how it works?
I think that's how it works. Because like you always had like um, the default character you get at the very beginning.
That's weird because that's definitely not my number one
Well,
spot.
yeah, like because that's why I thought like I was like, why would she still have that? Like it's like a level 5 character now for her. That doesn't make sense. There might be like some other setting you have to do to be like, hey, this is the character I want to represent me, or some I don't know.
Like I
That
thought
thing's
maybe
not
it was the
good.
hearts, but I didn't know what the hearts meant. So
I
like
think hearts are only like, hey, don't delete this character, or don't let another character eat this character.
I, see, this is the thing that doesn't make sense. Like I don't understand. I mean, I guess
They
it
don't
didn't
explain
matter.
things well in that game.
It didn't
That's the key
matter who was
point.
greeting people, but like I had other characters that could greet that
Right.
I don't know. It has some of the like dicey, gross stuff that some of the Fire Emblem games are kind of prone to, which is kind of irritating. Um, so one thing that I kind of okay, it's not even kind of. I didn't like the battle damage sprites.
Oh, right, because everyone gets like weird damage attributed to them.
Right. And some of the like women characters it's a little bit dicey. Um and I mean like I've never liked the character Tharja ever. Um and so like her outfit is weird and like for some reason she got like a boob upgrade and
Like how?
like is this necessary? Do we really need to do this? But then like you have characters like Soccer and Elise who are like teenage girls and they're still like covered, which is good. Thank you. Um, but it's kind of frustrating that there are certain characters that are treated like really respectfully, and then there are characters who have like full armor in certain points and then like mini skirts, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And so there is some weirdness there, and again, there is the addition of Odin Dark and his boob window and giant crotch in your face. But he's one character.
Yeah.
And it's kind of frustrating as a woman playing these that I'm like, oh good, there's another girl in a short skirt. Yay.
When are they going to make their
Oh,
hoppers of respectable characters and just off material characters?
and it's like, okay, and then like every single dude on my team has like full armor.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating, and it's always like that in Fire Emblem. So like I kind of expected that, but
Do better,
actually,
Japan.
do better in general. Like it's not that hard to not be creepy, guys. Like it's not that hard to treat women as people. Wow, what a concept.
That's going to go over like all those capital G gamers' head. What are you doing? They don't understand that language.
Women are people? What?
What?
And I mean, I guess that's one thing that was somewhat nice in Tokyo Mirage Sessions is even though like some of the characters were a little like bleh, but the characters themselves, like the men and the women, had like goofy costumes, and then they had like their really weird costumes, but nobody ever felt like really gross.
Right.
And that may partially be because like I was playing the US version, but I was okay with that. I will state it again. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, the US version, in my opinion, is better.
Absolutely.
Mic drop. Mic
100%.
drop.
We'll probably do an episode on Tokyo Mirage Sessions at some point, but like literally, all those localization changes they made make the game better because Tsubasa as a character is not going to go around in a skimpy outfit no matter what. That's not how her character works. Sorry you want to jerk off to her while playing that game and want to see her like and hanging out, but that's not how her character works. Get
Like she
over
literally
it.
has social anxiety, and I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
Social anxiety would not be like she was like portrayed in the Japanese version. But anyway, we digress. Um, I know it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. We should do a Tokyo Mirage Sessions episode. So
It's on
for
our
those of you
list.
who have been paying attention to our episodes, that sometimes we name drop other things and then end up doing an episode. Get yourself prepared. Hold on to your butts. It's happening. Eventually.
We should talk about something that'll at least be a little bit more cheerful
Oh.
than everything we talked about.
Ah.
The final game that has been hinted at, or I mean, it's basically been confirmed that in their, I guess, first iteration of mobile games is going to be Animal Crossing, and that's supposed to come out at some point. I think like originally it's supposed to come out before Q1, but I mean we got 3 days left of Q1. It's not coming out anytime soon, so sometime in 2017, Animal Crossing is going to come out. And I know you said something of this about this before we started recording, but I think if there's a game that could work on mobile, like with the way Nintendo has done it so far, I think Animal Crossing could be it.
I think Animal Crossing has the best potential out of any of the titles that they're working with. I thought maybe Mario, and then they released it and was like, nope. But I think Animal Crossing has the best potential to translate well into a mobile game.
Yeah, because I mean that game itself is like just very casual. It's very just it's a chill game.
It's super chill.
And a lot of that game is essentially like coming in, checking in on stuff, like, you know, buying stuff, picking fruit, checking in with your neighbors, and then you just do that. You just do that every day, pretty much, and that's kind of what mobile games are to an extent nowadays. Like they've kind of adapted that model. So like, you know, you take Animal Crossing, you kind of shrink it down for mobiles to like you're not gonna have like probably like a big town or anything like that. You might slim down on some like the shops or some like the things like that. Like you probably won't have like I don't know. In my head, it'd be like you'd have your buddy Tom Nook who's gonna nickel and dime you every time of the way. You'd have like a shop. I don't think you would have like the recycle shop. You'd have like I don't know like a town hall or something. Maybe a place to go put artifacts and all that sort of stuff.
I'm sure you'd have like an outfit area.
Yeah, I think that would basically be it.
Yeah.
So like and if you do that, I think you would be able to make Animal Crossing work and still be able to implement like, you know, stuff like with friends and all that sort of stuff. Like, you know, oh, hey, a friend came over for a day and that's it. Like maybe not do like the weird villager going from friend to friend whenever you visit someone's town, like that weird quest.
Yeah, I was thinking kind of like on the 3DS, how you like have when you do like Street Pass, there's somebody at your gate and they come say hi and can like do a mission with you or whatever. Like I'm thinking more like that, and that if you're a friend, like that they can appear and it does something for you, but I don't know what. Because
or they come and give you like a random item from like their town. Like here's the fruit I have. Okay, later. Because I think like the way that game works as well, like you could easily adapt to touch controls.
Yeah.
Just as like, oh, I need to. You could pull up your items, like bop 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 bop. Tap to where you want to like dig a hole or do whatever, catch a bug, fish. I think all that stuff would easily work on like a touchscreen because I mean those games have been on DS and 3DS and they've worked pretty well so far. So, but I mean, it's not necessarily the same thing. But I mean, maybe this is just us hoping, considering the 3 previous Nintendo mobile releases have not set the world on fire. Have not. Let's be real. They've not been good.
No, they've not been good. I'm not impressed. And that's coming from somebody who is kind of a Nintendo fangirl, so.
Yeah. We were talking about, like, doing this episode, and you were like, this episode's going to be real negative. It's like, yeah, that's just kind of the way it is sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad that I don't have a whole lot more positive to say, because I know that it's something that they're trying, and, you know, I want to give credit somewhere, but at the same time, like, you got to make games fun, and you got to make them work, and if they don't, then I'm not going to play them.
Right.
I don't have as much loyalty in the sense of that I'm just going to keep doing things because, like, the name on it.
I completely agree. So let's just hope Animal Crossing's good. That's the only thing we can hope for. Because
Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed. Before we go though, Nintendo is obviously committed to making mobile games. Is there anything like franchise-wise, character-wise that you'd want to see them try and tackle?
Hmm. I think if they did like a WarioWare game, that would be really fun.
Yeah. I feel like that's just a slam dunk.
I mean, it makes sense. It would be something that could easily be implemented. They're like, kind of like mini games, so it would, be okay on a mobile form. Whereas I don't think you would have as much of that. Sorry, I don't think that you would have as much of that, and like you couldn't do like a Zelda game.
Right.
We've seen how many games the Zelda games go, and it's called Link's Crossbow Training. And
what about Link's Crossbow Training 2?
I still own that. I've told you this. I still own it.
Yeah, you do.
I showed you a picture. But I feel like a WarioWare type game would be fun. And it seems kind of strange that they wouldn't try something like that.
Yeah, it's like how we were saying, how 1-2 Switch should have been a WarioWare game.
It should have.
These are slam dunks, Nintendo. Why aren't you putting the ball in the hoop?
I mean, it's kind of like, they're doing the Universal Nintendo World theme park.
Yeah.
And my brother and I, on our trip back from Florida, we're just literally throwing out ideas for, like, rides and things that people could do. And Keller and I would look at each other like, why isn't Nintendo hiring us? Because we clearly have better ideas than they do. Like, we can use their characters and their franchises way better than they can. So, like, hire us, please, because we have so many good ideas.
Watch it. This is where they release Mother 3 on mobile. Or this is where like the next Metroid game comes on mobile.
God,
that would not work. Let's just be real, but still,
it would upset people. You might could do like a really crappy version of like Star Fox, but again, it would kind of upset people, I think.
I was kind of thinking that maybe you could do an F-Zero game.
I was literally just thinking that. I was literally just thinking they could do an F-Zero. Because, I mean, there's not doing anything else with F-Zero.
Yeah. Oof. I kind of would like if like they just revive some like old franchise that has just been laying around, like kind of like what we've been saying, but like that could work. But I'm drawing a blank now.
Do like an Ice Climbers.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it could work. You could do Ice Climbers. You could probably do a better like Kid Icarus game than the 3DS game if you did it mobile.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, there's things that they could do and would revive some old characters and concepts they haven't used in a while or have used poorly.
Yeah.
But since they won't hire me, these ideas will probably stay in my brain and on this podcast.
I mean, they're all on the internet, so they can just completely steal these from us, and then we will not see any compensation for them.
Yay!
Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah. They're just gonna give us a cease and desist letter now.
Dang it.
Whoops. Mubby. Well, I mean, there's ways that it can be done well, and there's games that would probably be better suited for mobile. It's just a matter of them figuring out how to do it.
Which knowing Nintendo, that might take a while. Which is the unfortunate thing.
Maybe. I think it's 100% the unfortunate thing. I mean, they have so many good things that could work, and that, it wouldn't be that difficult to implement, but, it's just a matter of them figuring it out. And as much as I love Nintendo, they're also, it'd work that they haven't done anything with in a minute.
What?
Nintendogs.
Yeah?
Like, you pet the dog and you throw the frisbee and all that. Like, that would totally work.
I totally would not have thought of Nintendogs. But I think you're right, yeah.
That would work well for, like, kids and everything. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I played Nintendogs, but, like, Nintendogs would work great. I don't remember what that brain game was, but, like,
Brain Age?
Brain Age, there you go. That kind of stuff would totally work, and they haven't been doing anything with them since the DS, so...
They kind of had that phase, and then, like, everyone just, like, forgot about those brain training games.
Yeah. But I think Nintendogs would work really well. You could do, like a Pikmin.
I don't know how, though.
I mean, it would have to be a dumbed-down version of Pikmin.
Yeah.
But you could, do the whole, like, click the Pikmin and click where it needs to go type thing. Like, somewhat of a strategy style-ish, but...
Kind of like a retro-looking RTS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of... Yeah.
They could throw, like, a Picross game on there.
They could.
That would be easy enough.
I mean, they have just, like, a ton of stuff up their sleeve that they could use that would work much better than anything that they put out so far.
I'm going to leave you with this. Dr. Mario 2.
Why haven't they done that?
I'm going to make sure there isn't already a Dr. Mario 2.
No, but I mean, like, a Dr. Mario on the mobile would work so well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's perfect.
Nintendo, call me. Reggie, call me.
Reg, just call us anyway because you're rad.
I'll just be like, Reggie, my body is ready. My body is Reggie.
Reggie, your body is ready for us. That sounds terrible, and I should not have said that.
To give you these fantastic ideas.
We do know that he thinks that Link is hot.
I mean, everyone thinks Link is hot.
It's because Link is hot.
Breath of the Wild, more like, let's bone Link of the Wild.
I mean, yeah. Have you seen him? He's beautiful. In most iterations when he's an adult, he's beautiful.
You should go listen to our Breath of the Wild podcast. It's a treat.
You should. It's great. And man, I am such a Link/Zelda fangirl. Not like as in shipping them, although there's that too. But I am such a fangirl, and anytime I get to talk about anything Zelda related, I'm like, yep, let's do it. Let's talk about Zelda.
It's true. It's very, very true.
I hope there comes a day when I can just like talk about all the manga that's come out recently.
I mean, we have this podcast.
Do we? What are we doing right now?
Did you know we can talk about manga on it?
Wait, but you haven't read them. I mean, you've read them via me, but...
I mean, that's all right. You can tell me about them.
All right.
It would be like one of my solo episodes, except I would be here too.
Yeah, I don't want to do it solo. I'm not as charming when I'm solo. I'm not charming anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Pure lies on this here podcast.
Oh man. I just now all I'm thinking is I want to play Dr. Mario on my phone.
That should be the main takeaway from this podcast. Hey, Nintendo. Dr. Mario? Mobile?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Please? Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, thanks, bye. All right, well, despite the fact that Nintendo Mobile's strategy so far has been very disappointing, we have come up with the greatest of ideas.
We have.
Reinvigorate Nintendo and them on the mobile platform. And I just... Sorry.
I didn't throw up once.
Exactly. This is not become a Vom podcast, which is Kind of good, because I probably would not have felt well if you just ran off to vom.
I've considered it a few times, but I'm all right.
This is not a not safe for work podcast anymore. So yeah,
Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario on mobile. Do it, Nintendo.
I will give you money.
Well, depending on how much.
I will give you anything up to $5.
I was thinking the exact same thing. And also, you could pay us for some consulting money, considering we came up with the idea. Probably no one else ever on the internet has come up with this idea yet.
No. Hire us.
Clearly not. No.
I have a literal tattoo of Link. Like, come on, guys. You want me.
That's really going to sell them on Dr. Mario.
No, I'm just saying, Nintendo needs me. I'm also a video game historian, so, like, I can help them out. Call
Nintendo?
me.
Anyone?
Call me.
Bueller? All right, that's going to do it for this episode.
Me just, like, plugging myself for a job.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen.
Welcome to episode number 17, where we help Anne Ladyem get a job.
It's never gonna happen.
And talk about some mobile games. I don't know.
Although, again, we came up with much better ideas than Nintendo has in the entire strategy of their mobile gaming. So, like, what the heck, Nintendo? Get it together.
Maybe sometime down the road, like, I don't know, next year this time, we could be able to talk about how Nintendo's turned their mobile platform around. Or it'll just be like, man, those Nintendo mobile games are still bad. What is going on?
So, something to look forward to maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year if we're all still alive.
Oh, well, that's a good question. It'll be the Nintendo Mobile Game Strategy Electric Boogaloo episode.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
Anyways, check out seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool. It's a cool website where it hosts this podcast.
Yay!
You can check out all of our previous episodes, like the one we did last week on April Fool's. It was real good, wasn't it? Haha, so good. Yeah. We haven't recorded it yet, so I can't really say for sure.
We haven't, but I imagine it's going to be good because I love what we're talking about. So go listen to it.
Follow us on Twitter at Anime Checkup. I almost said at Anime Twitter, which is not the correct one. At Anime Checkup, where you can communicate with us if you want to talk to us about anything about any of our episodes, or just want to chat about video games or anime or manga. Considering this is a podcast about conversations about those things.
We're pretty rad people. We're pretty accessible.
We're pretty rad people. You can see me tweet about reading shoujo manga late at night. That's the thing I do. And also tweeting about wrestling anime.
Did you listen to Ruff while you were reading them?
No.
Dang it!
I would have had to loop it for like 2 hours, so...
Then why is that a problem?
I mean, you're right. It's not a problem. Let's be real. I want to do an episode about shoujo manga on this podcast, but somehow get the rights to Ruff and have that be the intro song for the episode.
Oh my god.
It's a lofty goal, but it's a goal.
It is a lofty goal. It is a very, very lofty goal. But every time I hear that song, I feel like I'm just in an anime, and it makes me so happy.
It's so good.
Also, on our Twitter, if you scroll back a little bit, is a link to the song that we are discussing at this moment.
It's true.
But yeah, we're pretty rad. You should come talk to us. We're somewhat friendly, I think. And you should listen to our Breath of the Wild episode, because we just mentioned that a few minutes ago.
And all of our previous episodes are all very good, ranging from a variety of different topics, from Breath of the Wild, the NES Classic, retrospective episodes on Danganronpa, Persona, the Zero Escape series, the Danganronpa 3 anime, High School of the Dead, which rip in peace to the creator of that, who passed away just recently.
Yep.
So yeah, you should go check out all those. New anime podcasts will probably be up around this time, I would assume. So check out the latest episode of that if you want. Go check out Anne Ladyem at I guess next week we're going to talk about Zelda games. I don't know.
Heck yeah. I love talking about Zelda games.
I thought that was going to be this episode. Then you're like, let's do the mobile one. I was like, cool, let's do that.
I felt like it was a good idea to just, it seems relevant right now.
And it obviously, I mean, it's a shorter podcast, as evident by the time. As you can tell right now, we're around like an hour, 10 minutes. So
also, yeah, I've been puking for 24 hours. So.
Don't want to be talking for like 2 hours in that case. So
I think if you get me started on a Zelda episode, it's going to be longer than 2 hours. I'll be honest with you.
So yeah, we're going to talk about games that I've played recently in the Zelda chronology of games.
Yep.
Which isn't all of them, let's be real. So it's not going to be like a retrospective episode because that would take 24 hours most likely.
Especially since I'm on the podcast, yes.
Exactly.
And I've played all of them, but the CDI games, every single one.
God, we should play the CDI games and talk about them.
I think maybe we should not do that.
That's also probably a good idea. Let's just play Link's Crossbow Trainer and talk about that. When are we going to talk about Donkey Konga? That's the real question.
When are we to talk about Donkey Konga? Because Shiny Happy People? Come on.
Man, what a weird series of games.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know. Maybe look forward to that in the near future. So yeah,
and Link's Crossbow Training.
And Link's Crossbow Training. That's also a thing. You can emulate that. It's on Dolphin. Because you can emulate like a bunch of Wii games on there.
You can. But I still own the freaking game, so.
Heck yeah, you do. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Tune back in next week when we talk about a bunch of Legend of Zelda video games.
Why did you say it like that?
That's the way you outro an episode.
No, it's not. Oh my goodness.
I'm a professional here. We should all be aware of that. Okay, bye.